117-87. Knicks get blasted by the Lakers and fall to 0-3 on this West Coast trip. And this one not even a contest. Tie again, everyone, with Wally Szczerbiak, Mike Breen on hand. Wally, Knicks were not competitive right from the opening tip. They just seemed like they weren't sharp, lethargic, whatever word you want to use, right from the start of the game.
Yeah, big part. You don't want to use excuses, but Marcus Morris is really the heart and soul of this team, and he was sorely missed tonight. And they couldn't find anyone to kind of replace his vibe that he brings out there. He brings that toughness. He brings that competitiveness. When the Knicks started to slip a little bit, you could tell guys just weren't kind of banding together to try to get themselves back into this game. It was a tough loss. That Laker team's really good defensively. They can kind of be demoralizing the way they defend the rim. Knicks were trying to attack the rim. They didn't have much success in tonight's game, but they got to bounce back. That's the NBA. You got to bounce back tomorrow night. This is a tough one tonight, and forget about it.
Meanwhile,
this Lakers team obviously very solid defensively, but tonight when you don't have Marcus Morris, how does that kind of change things for you when you don't have that go-to guy who can kind of get things established?
Well, I mean, obviously he's been really good for us, and he's performed at such a high level. But I think as we go into it, we're not going to, push it off on something else. We had some opportunities, and we didn't make enough plays when we had to.
You've had a couple games in a row here where you've had some technicals tonight. Bobby Portis gets ejected there, and when you're already down a man in Marcus Morris, what difference did that make, and how do you kind of work through that scenario with him?
Well, I think it was not intentional. I think he really was going for the ball, so it was unfortunate. But it made us kind of play some different lineups and do some different things, and when guys are out, we have opportunities for other guys, and that's the way we have to approach it, and have confidence that the guys are going to go out there and add something, do a good job.
RJ picks up a couple fouls early in the first quarter there. You sit him sooner than you usually do, but the way that he responded in that third quarter in particular, when he's going up against a guy like LeBron, what did you see from him tonight?
Well, I think what we've seen the whole year, he's resilient. He keeps coming back, and he wasn't rattled when he picked up those two fouls. Sometimes that's disruptive, but he's got such a good approach, and he's very mature, as we've talked about, mentally for a young guy, and he did a good job. He came back. He saw what the game was going to be and what kinds of plays he needed to make, and he came back and made some good plays.
Julius tonight.
What did I see? What?
From Julius tonight.
In regard to?
Offensive end, his attempts.
I think Julius is a big part of our offense, and we go back. I mean, he helped us win some games a week ago and playing, and I think he's got the same approach. He's playing aggressively. Sometimes, they made a couple of plays defensively, and I think when you look at that, it's never one guy. It's how we're functioning together. Are we creating good shots? Are we putting our teammates in good position? So I mean, when we're talking about it, we're talking about all five guys opposed to one guy.